This has to be one of my favorite RFK videos that he has ever posted, and that's saying something because my guy makes a lot of great content, especially over on TikTok. It is absolutely absurd. But this video is a bit of an outlier, even if you just look at the view counts, right? His Memorial Day video, 50,000 views, 200,000 with Nicole Shanahan, 300,000 whenever he's talking about Trump, drug cartels, 200,000, right? All these videos, right? This one almost hit 1 million. This one did 2.8, but I really want to talk about this one right here where he's talking about the national debt in the mountains of Colorado. I think this is a really good video. Check this out.
I'm Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and I'm here in Conifer, Colorado, about to do this zip line. And we're going to see between here and when I get to the end of it, how much does the national debt increase?
Okay. All right. Not only is this great because, he's shining a light on a massive problem that the majority of people do not seem to be talking about, especially politicians. But he's also doing it in a way that is entertaining, right? To people like me, to people like you. And one step further, it's the sheer physical act of him getting on a zip line in the mountains of Colorado in our beautiful country, right? It is like, first of all, I would love to see President Trump do this. I would love to see President Biden do this. If they get on a zip line tomorrow in Colorado and I just want to see them do it. That would be incredible. And this video really does make you question, President Biden and President Trump's age to see if they are, physically capable of doing the job. Now, let's be real, right? How many times will a president need to zip line in the mountains of Colorado? Like, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it does make you wonder about the physical status of someone who will be commander in chief, right? That's all I'm saying.
As president, I'm going to do something about the national debt.
There we go. Thank you, Kennedy. Now, obviously, some people are going to comment saying talk is cheap. Do something about it, right? Well, talk is cheap, but it's also important. It shows you intention. It shows you where you're putting value. And I haven't really seen Biden or Trump put a lot of talk or effort into this conversation, right? And I feel like that does say something about the conversations that Kennedy is just having in general, right? Because he seems to be having conversations that the majority of the political landscape seems to be avoiding. So when people ask me, like, why do you see so many young people supporting Kennedy? My answer is going to be, well, first of all, it is not just young people. I've seen people across the landscape of age supporting Kennedy more and more now, right? You can say that in the beginning it was, it was a majority young people, right? But I do not think young people are the majority anymore. I think RFK is attracting so many people from diverse backgrounds, diverse ages, diverse work background, diverse education, diverse political parties, right? I am seeing so many people be attracted to his campaign for a variety of reasons. And I think we're going to be seeing more of that in the coming months as people start looking closer into the Biden campaign, into the Trump campaign. And as soon as they begin to discover this third campaign, really. And we are seeing RFK in more of the spotlight. I just saw this photo from Bryce Lipscomb. It's a screen grab from CNN, and this was posted yesterday on May 28th. He says, breaking news, Robert Kennedy Jr. is at 37% in a CNN poll, right? That is great. Trump is at 30, Biden is at 12%. Now, before you get too excited, this poll was pretty specific. It says among those who didn't vote for Biden or Trump in 2020. So these are not from people who are Biden supporters or people who are Trump supporters. This is really, for, I guess, independents, right? Or people who don't really align themselves with any particular political party. So, context is important here. But nonetheless, Kennedy being in a CNN poll, exposed to the masses, I do think that's good because from what I've seen, I see that a lot of people who aren't really sure of who to vote for between Biden and Trump, a lot of those people don't really know that there is another option. A lot of those people don't really know that Kennedy is running. They don't even know about RFK Jr. So to me, there seems to be some sort of discoverability aspect of this, right? Like before they buy into you, they got to discover you. And that's what I'm hoping to see over the next coming months. I believe it can happen. And I do think the numbers and polls will reflect that. But I do want to go back to this video just because I do think this is the main topic of this video. And not only do I love this video, but I really love the comments. And I think they are so genuine. One of the top comments says, "This is the most genius campaign ever." I mean, absolutely. Do you see how Biden is campaigning? Right? I really can't hate on Trump's campaign, really. But Biden's campaign, it's not looking great, right? I don't know what Biden and his team is doing over there, but I feel like they need some new marketers. Even in this other comment says, Biden could never. All right, guys, listen. I really do not like bringing up people's worst moments, right? I think looking at someone in their worst position doesn't help anyone at all. Biden falling off a bike, that was obviously not a good look at all for anyone. But nonetheless, it does communicate how physically capable he is to be running the country. Now, obviously, well, what does running a country have to do with riding a bike? You know what? You make a good point. I'm just saying this is what America sees. This is what the masses see. They see a man who is older. They see a man who is fragile. And they see someone who is generally not in the best condition physically. And it makes you wonder and question their cognitive ability, right? Which is important to leading this beautiful country. So when someone says Biden could never, it makes you question it. I'd love to know your perspective on this. Please let me know in the comments if you think Biden could ride a zipline in the same way that RFK did. That'd be really interesting to see. Someone else says, been with you since day one. Someone else says, that's a long zipline, Mr. President. And I love this comment here. It says, dude, these videos are genuinely perfect. I literally can't stop reposting them. He has a point. This comment by Dalton is also interesting because he says, I want to hear your actual plan. Well, Dalton, I'm going to tell you, watch some of his other videos because so many of his other videos get so utterly specific. It is crazy. He'll list you bullet points. He'll tell you things that he's going to be doing on the very first day that he's in office, right? So I encourage you to look past the substance of, maybe this initial video and just go a little deeper, right? Because I think you'll be surprised what you'll eventually find. That's going to be all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. That really means a lot to me. And if you want to stay up to date on more news, internet, and people, I have a newsletter that I would love for you to subscribe to. It's going to be the first link. I go ahead and keep you updated on things that are happening across the internet, things that are happening politically, and just my general thoughts and census of what I see happening and what I see coming. So if you want to stay up to date in that way, go ahead, click the link in the bio, add your email, and I'll be updating you. And it'll be fun. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.